turned into joy. Amen? Amen. So it is time to praise the Lord with our testimonies. Amen? So if you know you have a testimony, rise to your feet. Come and give all the glory to God. And let us keep time. No stories. Amen?
Morning, church, and praise God. Amen. My name is Catherine. I want to thank God for health. It hasn't been easy during this fasting season, but God has given me strength. And on top of that, He has revived me and given me dreams and visions, for which I am grateful. Ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find. He has answered my prayers.
Praise the Lord. Amen. I'm no longer married, but I'm pregnant. Because 2 weeks ago I got a dream and I had a voice telling me, why don't you change your name? So I am pregnant from today.
God is good. I've come to testify about the anointing Sunday. I've been having a pain in my knee, and it's always so painful actually when I don't do exercise, and I've not been doing exercise for 2 months. And it was so painful. On that day, it was also painful. So when we are now anointing ourselves, as Pastor was saying, anoint your feet and be liberal. So me and my neighbor were so liberal, we were anointing even over our, and I remember anointed there so much. And I just want to testify that after that, there was no pain. Until now, there is no pain.
Praise the Lord, church. Praise the Lord. Come here to testify the goodness of the Lord. My son escaped this last Saturday. The accident which was on Massacre Road. He watched in NTV and it was going to Remeber to cover the news towards business. And him, there were 2 people from NTV, plus other people. All together, there were 9 in the vehicle. And 3 people died at the spot. Him and the other, about 2 people, there were 3 who got saved. And he came out with just small injuries. And he stayed there for 3 days. He was discharged last Saturday, that Friday, Tuesday. I'm so grateful and thankful to the Lord. Testimony. Last Wednesday, my son got a son. I have a grandson.
Praise God, church. Praise Him. I've come to thank God. On Thursday, I also got a bouncing granddaughter baby. That's not enough. Last year, I went on a coffee growing. All my trees dried up. I came back and cried to God. I planted again. Last weekend when I went back to the village, all the coffee trees were alive.
Praise God, church. My name is Happy and the Lord has made me happy. I came here early this year and I had a lot of things on my head. But I called a friend of mine. I told her, come and share a cup of coffee because I just wanted someone to talk to. She told me they're in time of prayer and fasting. If you can join me. I said, which church is that? She told me, do you trust it? She said, yes. People, I tell you, the time I stepped here, issues started being sorted one by one. I got a job, our debts were cancelled, our children are taken to school. We've got helpers. Oh my God, the Lord is God.
Sisters, I have 3 testimonies. Number 1, I want to thank God for He has placed a mark of excellence upon my sons' lives. I have 3 sons, but all of them are stars in their school. And on Thursday, one of my elder sons, their school held a dinner in honor of the stars in the school, and as among the parents that represented, and I thank God for that. Number 2, about 3 weeks ago, I had a dream where I saw my mother being bitten by a snake. So I prayed and cancelled about it because I knew that was not the kind of dream to just keep quiet about. I cancelled and I told my sister to also pray. We didn't know that 5 days later, that snake would manifest in the physical. So the snake came, it wanted to bite her, but the worker was able to smash it and kill its head. So I fell in love with that, because if God had not revealed that to us, it would have been a different story today. I want to also thank God. My workplace is kind of hectic. Normally when we're having 21 prayer and fasting, I can't make it here in time for the prayers. But I thank God that this 21 day and fasting, I'm on leave from 1st to 21st. So I'm able to
Praise God, church. I want to glorify the name of the Lord. On the overnight, I came here, and when I went to work, God blessed me with a pleasant surprise of finances. Glory be to God.
Praise God, church. I would like to thank God today for the favor He has given me at my place of work. I requested for my salary step to be increased, because when I applied, I left out like 4 years of experience, right? So for 1 year, I've been praying and asking God to intervene. And I thank God, I surrendered everything to Him and asked Him to work with the person who was handling the case, because every time He would give me excuses. But I prayed to God and started, whenever we meet Him, He would tell me, I know I have something I have to do for you. I thank God I continued praying, and yesterday they approved my step. Now they're going to pay me for 2 years. I'd like also to thank God, because at our place of work, performance, whenever they're praising us, it's always a tough period. They take a lot of time. You have to run after your supervisors. But I thank God that this time I just went to check the system. I found my appraisal was done. All the 2 supervisors have appraised me, and what actually I just prayed that God and said, thank God. The comments were so good, and the last supervisor said I deserved the highest mark, so they gave me exceeds expectations. So I thank God.
My name is Sawya. I thank God for remembering me today. I've been baptized for the first time. And for the first time I've been baptized, Holy Spirit came upon me. I've never experienced what I've experienced today, and I can't explain it. And today I was able to speak in tongues for the first time. Church. My name is Rhoda. I have 3 testimonies, and I do not want to cheat God. I joined this church in July last year, and my life for sure has not been the same. I want to thank God for divine ideas, provision, and protection. Last year in July, Mama led a prayer here, and she said, she led us to pray for divine ideas. I prayed fervently that time, but I didn't have anything specific in mind. But I had a house I'd been building, and it had stalled for a whole year. And I had roofed, but I hadn't closed. And so people started dumping things there, and the neighbors started complaining about the house. And I said, I just went back home one Saturday, and I said, God, I do not have any savings left. I do not want to borrow, and I don't want to beg. But I need to take this house forward. And God just gave me a divine idea. He gave me an idea, and at that time I even feared to. I started talking to him in my mind. I was like, how will I even do this? How will I say this? And for every question I had in my mind, God provided an answer. And before I knew it, I had a whole concept. I implemented that idea, and I got money without begging, borrowing, or asking to be able to close the entire house. And for that, I give God the glory. Secondly, in January this year, at the very beginning of this year, in the first week, I had to travel up country. And the devil was fighting, but God was also on my side. And 20 minutes to the end of the journey, we got an accident in the north. I was reading a novel, I didn't even see what happened, but the car started rolling. Luckily for me, or I shouldn't say luckily, but God was really on my side, because at the beginning of that journey, one colleague entered the car last and insisted that we all buckle up. When I sit at the back, I don't bother about belts. But he insisted and said, brother, can you please put on your belt? And I did. And I want to tell you, by the time the car stopped rolling, I just kept shouting, Jesus, Jesus. But when it stopped, I was hanging, just suspended by the belt. And I want to thank God that we all crawled out of that car through the windows, and I didn't have even much on me. I give God the glory. And lastly, I want to thank God. In the month of pleasant surprises, He gave me an international job, an interview I did for the very first time, and got that job. I thank God.
I'm called Brother Aaron. I want to thank God for being good over my career. I went back to study. I'm an accountant. I went back to do another professional course, but because of the timing and the situation at that time, I couldn't attend classes because of money and so on. I want to thank God that the results came out and I passed my taxation. That's real. I also want to thank God that in that very being good with my career, He has opened up opportunities for me. Some self-employment, another is coming up. I thank God for that.
Praise God, church. My name is Annette. I'm here to thank the Lord for healing. For like 3 weeks, I had a bad leg. I would feel heat in my leg. It was that bad. When it came to anointing oil Sunday, I used it. I've been using the anointing oil. I tell you, my leg is healed. I thank the Lord for that. Within that, actually, I would also feel pain, like within my limbs. Actually, I would feel that am I having problems with my lungs, that kind of thing. Because I would anoint the whole body, I feel nothing. I give the glory to God. Another testimony, I'm here to thank the Lord. The devil wanted to sit on me today morning, not to come for solution hour. When I woke up, I was like, I need to tidy up the house. Things are here and there. I started tidying up. And anyway, my husband was happy that I'm in the house tidying up. I did everything here and there. I did. And when I finished, I was also leaving. I managed to rush. I am so happy that in this service, I've been blessed. I thank the Lord.
Praise the Lord, church. I have a long list of testimonies, but I'm just going to go through. I thank the Lord. He has been so good to me this year. At my age, I'm young. I have been able to build my mom a house. I thank the Lord that my mom has her own home. We have been living under people's roofs, and you know all the stories of that. I thank God that she's now in her own home, and she wakes up in the morning and gives God that glory. I thank God for that. Another testimony has just come now. We were told this week, okay, it is a rumor, it's not official, that our project here may close in Uganda. But as Mama was praying, I had not even told the Lord. But when I had the room, I just told the Lord that, Lord, remember my tithe. Remember you promised me several things, and Father, you said that when we ask, we shall receive. I asked him, Father, remember I've been tithing faithfully to you. Let that tithe, oh Lord, fight for me now. Mama has just said that that project will not die. I just broke down in tears. I give God the glory.
Praise God, church. I want to give glory to God for the many things He's done for me. First of all, I want to thank Him for my life. Last Saturday, I survived a very fatal accident. It was on a border, and I give glory for that. Two, I want to thank God. This past Thursday, my mother was able to get her citizenship of the United States of America. Number three, I want to thank God that 2 months ago, my sister was tested with cancer cells, and then we prayed. I kept on praying with her on the phone, and she has not been working for those 2 months. But the last I spoke to her, she told me that all the cancer cells have died down. She has nothing, and she has gone back to work. I was so much believing God for money to repair my car, and I was like, oh, where am I going to get it? But I thank God that last month, in the month of pleasant surprises, I received money and I topped up, and my car is now repaired. It's looking so nice. Number five, I want to thank God that still this month I have received 2 phones, and also this year I was able to open up a business website for myself.
Church, I'm called called Rosie, and I want to thank God for saving my life. I want to thank God that He gave me the pleasant surprise just after a few days after the month of June. I had been living for about a year now. I've been in office. I had never been scared for my life like this time. I could carry my juice, I could carry my tea all the time. I could just not leave anything that I'm going to eat in office. But I want to thank God that about 2-3 days ago, that person who was causing a snare or a scare in my life resigned.
My name is Esther, and thank God this morning I received my baptism. Then another thing, I thank God very much for my marriage. I thank for the peace and love in my marriage. Glory be to God.
Praise God, church. I'm Catherine Kariba. I don't pray from this church. I pray from Christ Community Church. It is found in Mutongo. But I thank God for a friend who brought me here. He's called Jeffy Singoma. He brought me for deliverance. But I've never regretted, because when he brought me, he told the administrator she will not sit for the exams. But I said, I believe in God. I believe in my release. And I said, I will sit. I passed in a higher class. And I'm one of the people who got the gifts from the pastor. Another thing I thank God for, today I got baptized. That was too much for me. So I praise God for that. I also thank God so much for my husband. He's here, called Kariba Fred. He always brings me here and he comes with me and he never quarrels about it. And I believe God, at one time my husband is going to follow me in baptism, and next year is enrolling for the School of Deliverance. Amen.
Thank you for coming with her, Mr. Kariba.
Praise the Lord, church. 2 testimonies. I just wish that the month of June, for the pleasant surprises, goes on for the rest of the year. Because for me it was fully manifested. I used it as my WhatsApp tag, and everyone kept thinking, who is this woman? But for me it was a month of pleasant surprises. One, I got a new job, a very good job. I'm quite young, as you can see. But I'm the youngest on the executive committee. I sit on an executive committee. My ideas are being bought every day, even when I don't know. I just thank the Lord for the favor. When Prophetess Sabina was here, she called all ladies that wanted to get the fruit of the womb. And I came in and I thought, okay, maybe I will go there. Everyone was falling, I didn't fall. And I said, maybe something wasn't right. So I got flu, I think 4 weeks ago, very bad cold, and I stayed in bed. But then the flu healed and I was still in bed. I was always sleeping, lazy. Then I went to the doctor. But don't tell anyone. So I thought, what do I have? A monster? And it was like, you're pregnant. So I brought second sis. I want my stomach to grow so big. You ready? I opened a Coca-Cola bottle. It has been my relief for the nausea. And it works. I'm taking it in a little amount, don't worry. But the Lord is good. Praise God, church. I'm not called Margaret. I want to thank God for His protection. Last week I slid and fell and hit my head on a metal. And when I went to the doctor, he told me that there was a clot on it and it was most likely to go into my brain. But I said it will not happen. Although he put me on slight medication, I took the injection. That was the time for fasting. I said, now God, how am I going to fast with all this? I must eat something because the drugs are strong. But still, God gave me the grace and I managed. And after 3 days, they called me at my place of work for my promotion. So
my promotion at my place of work.
Laura is my name. I thank God that I got baptized today. Thank God for turning my life around this year. At the end of last year, my life was in a mess, and I had written myself off. Those close to me had written me off. But by the month of Feb, God gave me this grand idea. I didn't have the funds for this business idea, and all the people I told about it did not be, they didn't believe in it. But by March, I think March was the month of exploits. I was out there, out of the country, and somehow I got funds, and yeah, anyway. The month of surprises is when it actually launched. And I did not really believe in myself, but I just stepped out in faith. And this month of surprises, I've been visiting clients. Last week I visited a client, and they were telling me, I just going to sell my service humbly, and they were just telling me, after I told them about it and what I had to offer, she looked at me and said, good things are happening in her life. She can't believe she met me. That's what she needed for her business. So everywhere I go anyway. It's a new thing, nobody has done it around, but people I just attract customers and they're so excited. And when I quoted her the price, what I was going to charge, I was a little worried that she was going to say it was expensive. She was so happy. She asked me when I would start. Yeah, anyway, my life has turned around, and
Praise God Church. This is my second time to come here. My name is Flora. I have my daughter praise from here. I would like to thank God for His goodness and kindness and love, because He saved my daughter. My daughter is in Germany. She overturned in her car with a baby of 6 months 3 times. And I thank God that they came out well. And the baby was monitored for 24 hours with just minor injuries. I really thank God for His love. And I would like to be a member and a part of this church.
Praise the Lord. We thank God for all those testimonies. Thank you.